Charter. Mayor Lauretti will present his budget tonight for the Board of Aldermen and the Board of A&T. Mayor?
Thank you, and good evening. I just want to set the record straight. I'm dressed this way for you. This is a special occasion. This is budget presentation number 24.
That's right.
And it's only fitting that the attire goes along with the occasion. In any event, tomorrow being the holy day of obligation that it is, I was notified by two of our esteemed aldermen, Lynn Farrell and Noreen McGordy, that how dare I do the budget on St. Patrick's Day. So, lo and behold, we're here on Monday. Now, with that said, I'm pleased to offer the 2015-16 budget. And I must say that much has transpired in the past 24 years, budget included. It's all of the rules of engagement. And I think that it's fair to say that we have, as things have changed, so have we. But one thing remains constant: our attention to the budget and our attention to our residents in terms of what they pay in taxes and the services that we deliver. So there's nothing different tonight with regard to this presentation in those two regards. This is my 24th budget presentation as mayor of the city of Shelton. Over the years, we've had many economic challenges caused by recession, a poor economy, loss of Connecticut jobs, and unbelievable legislative mandates. One never knows what to expect from the state government, and the reliance on local property taxes to fund our major expenses puts extreme pressure on Shelton families year after year. But Shelton has been one of the few fortunate Connecticut municipalities to experience grand list growth, particularly in these difficult economic times. Our grand list has grown for consecutively the past 24 years, an indication of the viability of our community. This year we grew our grand list by almost 8%, up just about 0.5% from last year, mostly because of personal property increases. And we continue to receive inquiries from companies wishing to come to Shelton. And some, such as United Healthcare and Unilever, now have a significant presence in Shelton, adding approximately 1,500 jobs between the two companies. That is a good sign for our future, and we are responding by launching initiatives like the engineering of Constitution Boulevard North and the continuation of Canal Street to accommodate this growth. The bottom line is that year after year, some departmental spending requests outpace the grand list growth, thereby putting pressure on the budget process to raise taxes or limit spending and to do more with less. You cannot increase your revenues by 1% or less and expect to increase spending by 5 and 6% more than last year without raising taxes. By now, you all know my position. Hold the line on taxes. Look for creative ways to save money and build a future based on those savings and attract new private firms willing to invest in Shelton, thereby growing our grand list. Tax stability and community quality of life have been our major corporate selling points, and the results indicate that they are working. The national economy may have improved since last year, but the Connecticut economy continues to slide, with the job market taking a big hit once again. Colossal state debt and unfunded legislative mandates have caused more local headaches. Those who want to work are underemployed, and the new state and federal laws are causing employers to hire few full-time employees. We in Connecticut continue to keep in place legislative requirements that cause the loss of high-paying, secure jobs. When will Connecticut wake up and change the way we do business. The budget that I submit to you today represents an increase of spending in approximately $2,586,558. And despite our grand list growth of 0.8%, it is still not enough to offset increased funding demands. I reiterate my budget statement from last year in that I have sought to bring equity and fairness to educational spending process, while at the same time recognizing legitimate educational needs. Keep in mind that student enrollment continues to decline, but the cost of services continues to go up. And I would tell you that since 2006 to today, the Shelton School System student enrollment has declined by 900 pupils. Our budget has not followed the same course. If the Board of Education wishes to continue to play Santa Claus with our money, then they will have to find ways to fund it within the funds allocated. My budget increases the Board of Education by some $1.5 million in new operating funds. Education represents the largest demand for new budget money, and those of you who have been around for some time know that I take a careful look and scrutinize their budget request. I have also worked closely with the Board of Ed through the years to look for ways to spend less for their services, including the utilities and other expenses incurred. And I might add that we've had some success, especially when converting some of their expenses from their operating budget to the capital city account. However, with labor being their major expense, the Board of Education has to explain, among other things, how their labor costs continue to escalate while the enrollment continues to decline. The budget I am submitting for fiscal year 2015 and 16 is based on revenues and expenditure projections of $120,692,371. And it will result in a mill rate of 22.31 mills, resulting in no tax increase. And finally, I would remind everyone that the budget process is dynamic and many things change over the 6-month process. Where information is available in December could well change and further be adjusted by the final adoption in May. And so with that, as always, I wish you well in your deliberations, and I am always available to discuss the budget request and budget considerations and answer questions. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Mayor, and we are now adjourned.